Hello everybody, welcome to my channel and welcome to this week's What's for Dinner video. I'm Jennifer if you're new here, and I share these videos every week to hopefully give you some ideas and inspiration on meals to feed your family. Dinner does not have to be a crazy, wild, extravagant mess. Okay, it can be easy and simple, and that is what I go for here on this channel. If that sounds like something that you are into, make sure you subscribe before you leave. We would love to have you. Alrighty guys, we're going to get into today's video. I hope y'all enjoy. Allergies. Alrighty, if you guys like the flavor of pesto, you are going to love this recipe. So first here, I'm going to go ahead and heat some oil up in my large skillet on my stove. And next, I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 chicken breasts that have cut into bite-sized pieces. And we're just going to let these cook up until they're nice and done. The recipe says to use rotisserie chicken, but I had some fresh chicken that I needed to get rid of, so there's that. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and season this chicken with some salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder to our taste. Alright, so on the other side of my stove, I'm going to go ahead and get my rotini cooking. But first, I always season my pasta water with this Heavner's Greek seasoning. It is so delicious, you guys. And we're just going to go ahead and boil these rotini noodles according to the package directions. The chicken is looking like it's just about done here. Alright, next, once the rotini has completed cooking, I'm going to drain those, and then we're going to start adding all of the ingredients together in one pan. We're going to go ahead and add the chicken in, and then next we're going to add in 1 to 1.5 jars of pesto. I chose to add in 1.5 just because we like ours to be a little bit more flavorful. We also like to toast bread with a little bit of butter on top and add a little bit of pesto on top of that. It makes for a delicious little pre-dinner snack. Here, I'm just going ahead and incorporating all of these ingredients together. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add on some shaved Parmesan. And you guys, dinner is done, and as simple as that. And I served this meal with some grilled asparagus and some toasted sourdough. Alright guys, so I have filmed this recipe in the past, so I will definitely link it here for you above and also in my description box below, but I had to share with you my plate. My husband says this is his favorite meal that I make. Alrighty, if you watched my last What's for Dinner video, we had this same marinade recipe on some shrimp, and it was amazing, you guys. So we had to try it on chicken, and guess what? It did not disappoint. It was so good. So if you're interested in this recipe, the video is going to be linked here in the iCards above and also in my description box below for you. I served this with some cilantro lime rice and some air fryer corn on the cob. And it was amazing, y'all. Alright, you guys, up first, I'm going to go ahead and throw this box of jumbo shells into my seasoned Cavender's water. And we're going to go ahead and boil these jumbo shells for up until 1 minute before the box says to. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and add some oil into my skillet here, and I'm going to saute 1 small onion. And I am going to go ahead and season with a little bit of salt and pepper. Next, I'm going to go ahead and brown 1 pound of hamburger meat. Mine was frozen, so, you know, we just doing with what we got here. Up next, I'm going to go ahead and add in 3 cloves of chopped garlic. I add mine usually last because I tend to burn my garlic, and that is no good. Alrighty, now I'm going to go ahead and throw in 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. I honestly didn't measure this. I just kind of sprinkled till my heart was happy. Alright, once the time was up on my jumbo shells, I went ahead and drained them and rinsed them under a little bit of cold water to stop the cooking process, and I set those aside to come back to later. I'm going to go ahead and add in 1 cup of spaghetti sauce to my hamburger meat here, and this is the Aldi brand, and it is like one of my favorites, you guys. And we're just going to go ahead and mix this together, let it warm through, and then we're just going to cut the heat off on it and set it aside while we make the cheese mixture. Alrighty, and for the cheese mixture, I've got 1 container of ricotta. It's about 2 cups or so. We've got 1 cup of mozzarella cheese here, and a 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. And then we'll also add in 1 egg. Once we've got the cheese all mixed together, we're going to go ahead and incorporate the meat mixture that we had waiting for us on the stove. Alright, and then over here on the other side of the kitchen, I've got my 9x13 that I'm spraying every last breath of this olive oil can out onto. Yeah, luckily I got some of that on my grocery order this past week. So next up, we're going to go ahead and add in 1 cup of the spaghetti sauce to the bottom of this 9x13. And then we're just going to go ahead and spread that out on the bottom. All right, now it's time to start stuffing those shells. I'm going to tell you, this is a very tedious task, but in the very end, I kind of got the hang of it. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and top this with a little bit of Parmesan and mozzarella, and she's ready to go in the oven, guys. I cooked this for 25 minutes in a 350-degree oven, and then I popped the broiler on for just a couple of minutes to get that cheese all bubbly and melted on top. And I would say that this was one of my favorite meals this week. I hope you guys try it. If you do, let me know down in the comments below. Alrighty, everybody, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give me a great big old thumbs up down below. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of your week, and until next time, keep them fed.